Okay, so this is a close-up of the front of the Micro Q3 so we can get more information in shot. I'm going to add in the 12-volt power supply just because I want to keep it powered up while we play with it. I'm just going to disconnect the USB. If I disconnect the USB out the back, if you watch the position 1 button, it starts flashing to say that it's been disconnected or the computer's gone to sleep, which we know is a problem before. The laptops and other systems can actually turn off their ports. So we've given you some indication of what happens if it's gone to sleep. Plug it back in again, and we're all good. Again, I've got our this is the handset that hasn't been programmed to this unit here. This one here has, or rather, this one here has. There you go, get the right one. This one's been programmed into the system, and this one hasn't. I want to show you what you've got on your screen here. So on the top right hand corner you can see it says 1 plus 0. That means that it has one handset programmed into the unit and it has no network handsets programmed to it at the moment. It tells you on the screen, it says it has one handset configured, so you have that information back. And it also shows you that its RSSI value on this one is just flickering down there. There's some background information. But if I use one of the other handsets, you can see then that it's popping up, but it's not doing any action. So if I plug in the second unit on the network, I'll take the XLR cable, plug it into the back, we'll see it pop up. And if you watch quickly, it's now saying it's got two hands configured because it's taken on the second handset from the other unit. But also now we've got two RSSI levels, so we can see what's going on in the background from a signal levels concerned. So if there's any issues, then you can see, as a technician, you can see if there's any problems. If I push this handset now, both are being triggered because they're seeing each other's handsets and they're receiving the signal. They've both been taught. And again, then for this one here, they've been taught to these two handsets. And this third one here then hasn't been taught, but you can see the RSSI is jumping up and down, and you can see there's some information there back to you to say, look, this is what's going on. This handset is a standard handset. It's normal. We haven't done anything special with this one here. It does exactly what it should do. And if you look down here, it says the battery level is okay. So when you get those calls saying, is the battery any good, you can see the battery level on this one is good. I've modified this one to give a signal to the unit to say that it's got a low battery. It's when the battery gets down to 1.1 volts, it starts telling the system it's got a low battery, and we can see that by the icon in the bottom left hand corner that says that we've got no battery or low battery signal. That doesn't mean the battery's going to die right now. You've probably got a week or a month before you need to go and change the battery, but it's just a good indication that when you do see it, then that's at the end of the day or at the start of your next conference, then that's a good time to go and start your a good time to go and change your battery. At the end of the day, it's a good time to go and change your battery. Menus. Okay, so to get to the menus, we've got learn, erase, volume, settings, and back. Okay, so I'll come to learn in a second. We've got erase. Erase allows you to erase keyboards and handsets. Volume, there is a mini jack on the side here to put a headphone in to give you some tones, so you can listen to cues should you wish to use it as a standard queuing system, standard cue light. Settings, if you go to settings here, we've got one of the settings is brightness. Unit ID, that's quite useful. So if you're trying to figure out what's on the network, you can see there's two devices on our network. These two units here, and if we then go back again, we can also then look at diagnostics, and diagnostics is useful because that tells us what the operation is of the unit. So it's telling us that we have got 12 volts, 11.4 volts going on for the network. It says it's in balance. I'll tell you that in a minute. Receive packets, transmit packets, a CRC check and an NVM check. So the receive and transmit packets, that's just it talking to each other, so that's quite straightforward and understandable. CRC, that's if there's any collisions. We expect to have 1 or 2 collisions at boot up or something along those sort of lines, but generally speaking this should be a very low number. You will see some, but a very low number. The NVM is the memory. It depends on how many times we store a handset to memory, and it's just keeping track on that, so we know from a service point of view and from a longevity point of view what we're doing with the product. Balance, as this is a 3-pin product, we're using pins 2 and 3 as our data, and we're using the 3rd pin then as ground. So pin 2 and 3. Providing they're in balance with each other, then the data is fine, and that's what it's saying. The data is fine. If one pin was taken away, and we had it one-legged, then it would be out of balance, and this is what this information is trying to tell us. I'm going to go back, and I want to show you learn. So we have learn handsets and learn keyboard. Now I'm going to jump out of this quickly by doing this and proving which one of these, because I forgot already, is the handset which isn't programmed. Right. So we have this handset on here, and this handset on here, and this handset isn't talked anywhere. Both of these displays are showing 1+1. If I now select learn handset, press the button on the handset I want to teach it, it pops up and gives you the actual electronic serial number of this physical handset, and it asks you, is this the one you want to store? Press the store button. Now then, if you notice now, we have 2+1 and we've got 1+2. So that's 1 local, 2 network, and this is 2 local and 1 network. So now we've got this on there. Now what's happened is that this unit has said to this one, I've got an extra one, please store it. It's very simple and straightforward, and the whole point of the MicroQ3 is reliability of the radio frequency cues. Doing it this way, making it a very simple setup, should ensure that you get a more reliable queuing system than we've ever had, even more than the MasterQ V6, and also of course the MicroQ2, which has always had its issues because of venues and because the antenna has been stuck on the control desk. There we go. I hope that's of interest to you. Thank you very much for watching this video. Please let me know what you think. Please contact me, dave@hiveindustries.com. And I will see if I can improve on this. As this device is software updatable in the field, it's a simple file that you run, plug it into the USB port 1, and we can update it. We will continue to improve on this product, and we expect quite a lot of revisions in the first few months. Providing you make sure that your units are all of the same revision, you won't have any issues. If there's anything you want extra on these, then please let us know and we will do the best. Thank you very much for that. Bye bye.